more crypto, and today we're going to be looking at KLV, and an awesome opportunity for all of us lot to make some decent gains in the next coming days. Okay, there's a really good setup on the charts right now, so we'll be having a look at that. I just want to say that KuCoin token, this was one of my first ever calls, my first video on the channel. You can see that I called it when it was at $5.46. Now, even though it's at a 10% decrease now, its all-time high was $19. That's pretty much a 4.5x increase. Another coin, 13 cents right now. Its highest was at 19 cents. Okay, I called it a few days ago at 10 cents. Okay, and there's a lot more where that's coming from. So just like and subscribe. We've got a lot of people making money. Join the Discord down below as well, and we can all benefit from this together. So what we'll have is we've got Klever, KLV, against USDT, and we're going to be doing a top-down analysis, right? So if we start from the 4-hourly, what we can see is we've got some support and resistance here. This was sort of the main line, where afterwards it went up. Okay, we've had that resistance, and then finally when it's got past it, that's when it's went right back up. And we've got this sort of flagpole structure going on at the minute, and the flagpole, if you don't know what that is when the price skyrockets and comes back down. But normally what we'll have is we'll have a descending channel, or we have a sort of horizontal channel. Here what we have is we have a wedge. Okay, and right now the price is being squeezed and it's getting closer and closer together, and this is why it's such a good time to get in at the moment, because these wedges, when you see them squeeze and finally break out, it is an indicator of a huge movement up ahead. Okay, so if it had broken down below, then we could have inferred that the price would have went down and it would have entered a sort of bearish zone. But right now you can see with this resistance line, we went back up past it and beaten that sort of high there as well. And if we go into the 1-hourly, we'll be able to see this in a lot more detail also, and you can see that once it's came up, it came back down to this sort of trend line, up, back against this trend line, up, back against this trend line, and it's holding very, very steady right now. And what I see happening is just coming back once more and then bouncing right back up. So KLV, it's a very, very good time to get in right now. If we look at this Fibonacci retracement here as well, always a good thing to check everything up against, and you can see the sort of prices that you'd want to be buying at. Okay, this is the sort of lowest after this went up. It's went up towards its all-time high. This is sort of the lowest, and sort of the best time you always want to look at buying any currency at this 0.618 region on the Fibonacci, and even right now it still is at this 0.5 region, so it's not bad at all. Okay, within this region it's pretty much always a safe buy to get into a currency, and right now it's pretty much bang on there. And with this channel here, I see it being a very, very good opportunity. So if you lot want to get in, we can make some great gains on this. I personally will be getting in as well. And what we'll do is I just want to show you when to sort of get in, get out, and when to take your profits. Okay, so right now I see if it does get up past this, I do see it reaching its all-time high. So that's a 70% increase, 78% increase from where we are at now. Okay, so potentially we might encounter some resistance here and some resistance here, but I do see it coming up to the all-time high in the long run. Okay, so potentially, depending on how much money you're investing, you can take some profits at 20%, you can take some profits at about 50-60% there, and then 70-80% is that all-time high. I do expect some resistance here, but then after this, if we do manage to break through it, and obviously right now Bitcoin has just reached an all-time high as well of 64,000. So I do see it going a little bit higher, and the good thing about this setup right now is the risk management is pretty much perfect. Okay, because if we were to place a trade, and even at the sort of 55% mark here, we could set our stop loss at about 13-14% around here, just against this trend line. which is descending, okay, and just in the middle of this Fibonacci region. Okay, I don't see it going below this ascending channel. Okay, so if you really want to make it tight, then you can make it even smaller, about a 5% stop loss. But with crypto, it's very volatile, you can have random spikes, so I prefer not to put a stop loss anything less than about 10%. Okay, so 13-40%, and you've got a ratio of about 4 there, and obviously even higher if you do aim to get in for the 78% and the highs. Okay, so we've got a potentially very good scenario playing out here. Remember, none of this is financial advice, it's all my opinion. I could be wrong, I have been wrong before, but this is what I feel like is happening with KLV at the moment. Okay, so that's our sort of bullish scenario. So if we want to look at that, we've got something like this going on, and then here and then up again past there. Okay, so that's our bullish scenario, because especially since it's broken past this line, we always want a bear scenario if things are to go to shit basically. So essentially what will happen is it'll come back down, it'll bounce up against this ascending channel, and then come back down towards this descending one. Okay, and then past this descending channel, if it doesn't establish it as support, then it could come back down lower, and then essentially when it's up against this price point here, it could be a good time to buy again. Okay, but again, it's hit our stop loss, and I do see it going sort of down from here. Okay, if this does happen, but I see that as unlikely, and this is the more likely scenario up here in my opinion. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. I'm putting plenty of effort into these videos, so I'd really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. If you could start rating in the comments below, let me know about some currencies that you guys are holding that we could possibly look at together on this channel. Okay, and if it hits my criteria, then I will most definitely make a video about it as well. Okay, remember, if you want to get in on the gains, we've got KuCoin here, we've got Matrix AI here and stuff as well. This is gonna boom a lot further as well. Look at the market cap, it's at only 30 million at the minute, so we can see where this is headed. I can easily expect it to get to about 100 million. Okay, so if you missed my last video, I'm telling you in this video you can jump on board and hopefully make some profits as well. Okay, so cheers guys, thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.